Hey, I want to start by saying I'm not tagging this guy because I don't want anyone going after him, but it touches on something that's very important to me, so I hope that he sees it, but I also wanted to share this. I realize this might be a long video, so I'm sorry, but also thank you for sticking around if you do. This gentleman seemed very set in his ways, and I tried to respond cordially at first, but after I explained that it was comedy, he proceeded to bash me and tell me that I am not an artist and other things like that. So it's fine. I just wanted to talk about it because I'm not affected personally by this. I wouldn't have lasted this long in my career as an actor if I let certain criticisms really bother me. But sir, you are boring Mike. You are what I'm pointing out in these comedic videos is he's always going to find something upsetting about the guy playing high notes. And maybe he's sloppy, maybe whatever it is. He's not playing the way you play, so that makes you angry. You would get kicked out of any band that I was in. I'm an actor who plays the trumpet, who's making comedic, entertaining videos. I should be focused more on the vast majority who really enjoy what I do, but I think this is really important to talk about because people like you keep people from playing or continuing to play or learning. Whether it's a musician or actor or whatever it is, you bashing them, saying they're terrible, they're awful, or you're not an artist, or that can affect somebody to say, you know what, you're right, I suck. I'm going to quit and I'm going to go do something else that I'm not happy with. Especially someone who's in the arts, who plays apparently. Why wouldn't you encourage more people to play? I'm not a professional trumpet player. I don't strive to be in a band. I would love to sit in with a band if they would have me. But if I did, I'm not going to go play like wild and crazy Mike. I'm going to play what's on the sheet. And if you took any bit of time and saw me play, actually you did. You saw me play MacArthur Park and you said I was awful. And look, I'm pretty strong. I've had some pro players tell me that was probably one of my strongest. And look, I don't know you, and I realize I'm pointing out this one guy. There have been very small pocket of few, but see how small those voices can affect someone as opposed to all the thousands of people of you that enjoy it? That's what I'm talking about. I don't want other people to be discouraged from playing. I think it's too important. I think music's important. I think encouragement is needed. Again, I'm not saying this because it's bothering me personally. I'm saying this because this can cause somebody who's learning to be like, no, I'm not going to deal with that. I don't want anybody telling me that I'm not good. And it's a mindset thing that we do have to get over. As an actor, I had to realize it's not personal if I'm not getting a job. It's just either the person before me is better or they just did something different that casting was like, oh yeah, that's super interesting. I like that. Not that Mike's take wasn't good. It's just this one was more interesting to me. For those interested on the actor side of things, I want to share a little clip that is probably the best way to explain what it is that we do as actors.
You know, you're lucky to get an audition. Then you get it. You get there. You walk into a room full of guys that look just like you. You realize you're not the only one that wore the cowboy hat. Then you can hear the other guy in the other room auditioning, and now you're thinking about not doing it like him as opposed to doing it the way that you wanted to do it. Then before you go in, you hear the casting director negotiating the deal for the guy that already got the part.
Yeah.
Turns out Jared Leto already got it.
Yeah.
You know? Then you go in, you think you're doing you just think, I'll do it as an acting exercise. I know I'm not gonna get it, I'll just take it as an experience, you know? And then you get to the scene where you're supposed to cry over your friend, and you get the tears going, and you're emotional, and then she gets a call and asks you to leave the room. You're trying to keep the tears up, but it's 10 minutes because you're waiting out there, and you're trying to keep in the zone, and you lose it, and you come back, and you want to pick it up. You want to start again, but she makes you pick it up where you left off. You go to your car, you got a parking ticket, because the street cleaning sign has been covered by the auditions this way sign. Then you get in your car, you change, you muster up, you know, the guts to go back to until you go to another one, and you wait in traffic for 2 hours, and you go through it again.
It's frustrating, right? I mean, that doesn't include the daily, the prep, the honing the craft, the going to class, teachers, all sorts of stuff. And you know what? Taking the critique from those that have earned the respect of critiquing or teaching. You're a faceless person on the internet telling me that I'm terrible and they're better than me. It's fine. There are so many people that are better than me, and that's great. And as it should be. As much as I love the natural Roy Hobbs, I'm not trying for people to go see, there goes Mike Capozzi, the best there ever was. I want to be the best for me. I want to be good at what I do. And I work very hard every day to do that as an actor. I also work very hard as a trumpet player to get better with the trumpet, to entertain, because people really enjoy it. And I'm, as Dean Martin said, I want to be remembered as a great entertainer. And that's what I really enjoy doing, is entertaining. Look, I almost quit in 6th grade because the most popular girl in school told me that I was a nerd. She says, "You're not cool because you're in the band." Oh, well, go cry about it. No, kids at that age, do you know how much that can affect them? Somehow, God bless him, Ed Mondazzi, my band director in middle school, found out that I was going to quit. I don't know how. Who knows? But he said, "Hey, there's this guy coming to town. He's got a band. I think your mom and dad should take you to go see him." From what I can remember, I don't think we could afford a band trip or that kind of thing back then. But anyway, happened to be Maynard. Look, I don't know who you like and what you respond to, but maybe it's, think of whoever you look up to coming down there and sitting one seat away from you and hearing that, and you're like, yeah, I never want to quit again. And the one major thing I found out over the years of going to see all the concerts over the years, everyone that he surrounded himself with was kind. They were always encouraging. They never heard me play, of course. I mean, some of them have. Look, after I got your comment, I got a private message from someone that played for Maynard that enjoys what I do. He didn't have to say, "Oh, you're out of tune here and there." He just enjoyed the comedy of what I do. What also means more to me is everybody else who enjoys what I do that I don't know, that you're all finding the humor in what I do, and whether or not I sound good to you or not, it's fine. It's just I'm playing to entertain, and I'm making content. I'm spending a lot of money doing it. Not that it matters, but I'm producing this content for people to enjoy. You'll either really like me or you really don't like me. And that kind of goes to certain actors that I like. I love Adam Sandler, not just because of his work, but because of him as a person. And you either really like him, his work, or you really don't like him, at least, what the vast majority you see out there. Whether you like his work or not, he works at an extremely high level. And I want to show you an example.
So I'm going out to meet him in Los Angeles, and on my way to JFK, I'm in a taxi cab, and I hear on the radio, I get there, some man tells me the plane's from Boston. Some other guy says there's 2 planes.
Hey, look, everybody, Billy peed his pants.
Of course I peed my pants. Everybody my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
Really?
Yes, you ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
Wow. Hey, man, Ernie pees pants, too. All right.
If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.
Oh, that was the grossest thing I've ever heard in my life.
There's not that many actors that can do that. And whether you are attracted to that kind of work or not, that's great work. It just is. I'm not trying to change this guy or anyone else's opinion on me. Comments like, "You're a disgrace," or "You're not a great artist," can really hurt and keep people from trying to get better. I will say that you might start to like yourself and others better if you start your day maybe with a little more good stuff, maybe some God stuff, encourage someone. I guarantee you that being a jerk and being angry at people doesn't make you feel good. Okay, that was a lot, probably. So thank you, if any of you have made it this far. I'm going to go play some high notes on my new mouthpiece that Dave Monette made me. That's right. I'm going to tell you more about that later, but only because you made it this far into my video. Thank you, Dave, if you've watched this. I'm so beyond... Yeah, well, if you made it this far, If any of the angry ones have stuck around for this long, I'm not coming at you. I'm just trying to encourage you to be more encouraging. Be nice.